Now, though, Vicky Pattison is a former Queen of the Jungle, of course. Now, she's just back from another extreme challenge, trekking 100 kilometres through the Sahara Desert to raise awareness about breast cancer, and she joins me now. How are the feet?
Surprisingly all right, Lorraine. Like,
Are they okay?
Yeah, normally I come back with, like, bits of me toes missing, like, in desperate need of a pedicure. But actually, they've held...
Oh, you've got sandals on. I'm very, very impressed.
They've held up all right.
This was an amazing thing to do, and obviously for a fantastic cause. CoppaFeel is a wonderful charity, you know, making people aware, particularly young women, aware about breast cancer. And I know it's very important to you to help them.
Obviously, the amount of people who are affected by breast cancer, the statistics are just astounding. Like, they're heartbreaking. Meeting as many women as I did on this trek who had been affected, who themselves were suffering or had suffered or lost people that they loved, it made it more apparent to me than ever before. But obviously, my partner, Erkan, his mum actually survived breast cancer a couple of years ago. So no, it is something that's really close to my heart.
No, of course it is. When it hits you like that, when it's close to home. Did you find when you were doing this, because, you know, it's tough, it's hot, you're walking for miles, you're trudging, actually, let's be honest.
It's a trudge.
We're trudging. But one of the great things, and I've always thought this about any sort of things that I've done, I love that photo.
I do.
I love that photo, is you get to have the most amazing conversations. Like you were saying, women living with breast cancer, women who've survived it, people who have, you know, sadly people have died that they loved, but you talk. Amazing, amazing conversations.
I know you said you'd done a trek yourself, and, like, you're so right. I think when you're going through something that is difficult on the feet, where you're tired, where you're hurting, where you're outside of your comfort zone, all these things, like, they're great levelers, and they act as, like, a catalyst for friendships, for conversations that you probably wouldn't had if you'd known someone for sort of 10, 15 years. So I got to know these women, each and every single one of them, and, like, I'm just so grateful to them. I feel like they've changed my life.
Yeah, really, and just kind of like the deep conversations you have about really important stuff. Yeah. Really important stuff, you know?
I think a lot of these lovely ladies, Lorraine, have had to face their own mortality, you know, and some of them, we got back on, like, the Saturday night, and by the Tuesday they were sitting having chemotherapy again. It certainly puts things into perspective.
It absolutely does. It really does. You celebrated your birthday out there. That must have been, well, strange, because you don't normally celebrate your birthday there. But we can see some of the images are just fantastic. Now, again, that's a birthday you'll never ever forget.
I mean, obviously not the #1 place I would have chosen to spend my birthday. Maybe it's more of like a spa or afternoon tea kind of gal. But it was lovely. The girls made it so special. And I actually shared it with one of the other trekkers, Lucy. So, no, we had a wonderful time. We wore tutus. I had a booby crown. It was amazing.
That's what I love about the charity, about CoppaFeel, because they approach things, obviously, you know, give you lots of information and help and all of that. But it's always with a cheeky sense of humour. And I do think that's important. You know, it is.
I think if you look at the lovely lady who founded it, Chris, like, she's had to... Yeah, she obviously is an incredibly strong, inspirational and brave person, but, like, she approaches life with, like, with that kind of in mind, like, to try and glitter a turd, that's what she calls it, to try and make the best out of a bad situation.
I shall use that a lot, that phrase. It's a good one.
Yeah, we did. There was a lot of laughs, a lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah. Laughs and tears, yeah?
Absolutely. Both sides of the coin.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a brilliant thing for you to do. And if you can get through this, you can get through anything, of course. Obviously, you know, you talked about your fiancé, wedding plans are happening. Yep. It's going to be there. You have had to kiss a lot of frogs until you met your prince. And there he is.
That's an understatement.
That is a total understatement. I was trying to be kind. But you have managed to find the one, huh?
Honestly, mate, no one hopes so more than me. Like, I cannot kiss any more frogs.
No.
I can't.
No.
He's fab. Like, I'm so grateful to have found Erkan. I think, you know, you have to go through certain things, certain certain trials and tribulations in order to work out what it is you do really want and what you deserve, you know. So, no, I've got a lovely partner now and a gorgeous dog. I can't let it go without giving Milo a mention.
Exactly. I mean, come on, he's actually more important than the fella, let's be honest.
I think he might be more handsome, actually.
Oh, I don't know. Well, maybe. Both, let's just say equally.
Is it
equally. Now, look, how do you feel, because you're obviously a queen of the jungle yourself, former queen of the jungle, about Jill winning? Were you happy?
Over the moon, Lorraine.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great news. I feel like welcoming another member of, like, another female to the royal family.
Club.
Yes.
It's quite a small club, but it's good. But she really deserved it. I really like her. She was just...
Look, this moment to me, oh, honestly, Lorraine, it's so beautiful. Like, I can still remember that clear as day, and Jill will remember it for the rest of her life. It's so lovely. She deserved that, mate. I feel like, oh, I don't know, I'm just so proud of her. And she's from the northeast as well.
Well, exactly. She's such a team player, and she was just totally herself. There was no, you know, because you can see through people that are putting on, you know, whatever they want to do. They've got an agenda. But she was just great. And look, what about the future? More documentaries? Is that where the way you want to go? I mean, obviously you've got the wedding to come, but other things.
Yeah. I mean, there's loads going on, professionally and personally. Obviously, we are getting married, which I'm really excited for.
Good.
I've been trying to get that away for a while. So.
You have indeed. Have you been trying on wedding dresses and all that? Have you been doing all that malarkey?
We have. We've done a little bit of trying on dresses. We've done a little bit of venue hunting.
Right.
We have reached a bit of a stalemate. Erkan really wants to get married in his native Turkish Cyprus.
Oh, that's a beautiful part of the world. I love that part of the world.
I know. Well, you're on his team then. I want to get married in Italy because I just love pizza and pasta.
Right. OK. Can you do two?
Oh, Lorraine, I would do it.
Pre-wedding, wedding, après-wedding.
Now you're on my team. Now you're thinking like me.
Oh, that would be great. I didn't know he was from Northern Cyprus. That's a brilliant part of the world. Listen, you enjoy every single moment of everything that's happening. Well done on the trek. It's absolutely amazing what all of you girls did. It's just brilliant. Thank you so much. And, of course, you can check for symptoms of breast cancer with our Change and Check stickers. You can download those, of course, from our website.